Hello friends, I'm Lekhaji Tuja and this is third lecture on electronics. Okay, and this is gonna be helpful for BSc and MSc students in their semester examination, as well as I have designed this series of lectures on electronics so that it gonna help you in competitive exam like JAM, CSIR, NET. Okay, also it will help in your semester examination as well. Okay, so today in this video we're gonna discuss about intrinsic semiconductor. This is our topic. Okay, as we have already discussed in the last video that we got to know that semiconductors can be classified as intrinsic and extrinsic. Okay, and then again extrinsic can be classified as p-type and n-type. Today we're going to discuss about intrinsic semiconductor in this class. Okay, so before we start, please do subscribe the channel, hit the thumbs up button, also share with your friends, inspire me to create new contents for you and help me to grow my channel. If you want to follow me on Insta, this is my Insta ID, OJHALAKHYAJIT123. that is my Insta ID. You can follow me on Insta. Right, so now let's start. So intrinsic semiconductor are pure semiconductors. Okay, so intrinsic are pure semiconductors, for example silicon, germanium, etc. In crystalline structure of silicon or germanium, okay, atoms are bounded through covalent bond. Okay, at absolute zero all the bonds are completed. Let me explain with the help of this diagram. Here you see these are the silicon atoms bounded by covalent bonds. Here you see, let me make it complete, just give me a second. So here you see each silicon atom has 4 electrons in its valence shell. Okay, these are the 4 electrons that can be shared with 4 different atoms of other silicon atoms. Okay, these 4 electrons will be shared with other silicon atoms, 4 silicon atoms. So this electron will be shared with this atom, and between these 2 atoms 2 electrons will be shared, right, to form a covalent bond. So this electron comes from this atom, these electrons come from this atom, right? Similarly, between each pair there must be 2 electrons, okay, shared by the 2 electrons. Okay, so this electron will be shared with the atom on this side. Okay, similarly there will be also an electron, okay, like this. Okay, so here these are free electrons, actually not free. If you draw a silicon atom here, so here also there will be also 1 electron that will be shared by this atom to form the bond. Okay, so that is what you can say. If you draw if we have a silicon atom here, so this silicon atom will share 1 electron with this silicon also. Just I have drawn this one portion of this crystal. Okay, so hope you have understood this. Okay, now you see at 0 Kelvin, here all these electrons are bound. Okay, there is no free electrons. That means these electrons are in valence band. Okay, there is no electron in conduction band. This conduction band is empty, right? Now you see when temperature will increase, or at room temperature, what happens? Few electrons from this valence band will become free, and they will left behind hole in the bond, in the covalent bond. These electrons will be available in the conduction band. So here hole will be left behind. So from here 1 electron is available, from this bond also 1 electron is available. So that's how few electrons will be available in conduction band. That means they will be free. So they are free, that means they are available for conduction of electricity. So free electrons, few electrons, from valence band, few electrons from valence band will be free at room temperature. That means from valence band they will jump to this conduction band, right? So, and hole will be created in the valence band. Hole will be created. So once this electron jump to conduction band, one hole will be created. Similarly, if this electron jumps to conduction band, then here also one hole will be created. Now these electrons are free to conduct electricity. Okay, these are in conduction bands. That means they are free electrons. So as you can see in this diagram, these are free electrons. This one and this one, these two are free, right? So as these two are free, so as these two comes from these two bonds, here we have got these holes, right? So holes will be represented by, these holes will be represented by positive E, and these electrons are represented by negative E, or simply we're gonna use these symbols, like these symbols. Okay, here you see we're gonna use this dot, black dot, for the electrons, and for holes we're gonna use this symbol, right? Hope you have understood this. In case of intrinsic semiconductor, so number of electrons in conduction band, number of electrons in conduction band is equal to number of holes, that means E positive, in valence band. Okay, remember this, number of electrons in conduction band, that is equal to number of electrons in valence band, right? So hope you got it. Now first pause the video and note all these things, and with this also draw this diagram as well. Okay, so now you see when external electric field will be applied to this semiconductor, so both this holes and free electrons both plays the role to plays very significant role to conduction of electricity, right? So that's why we can say under the influence of external electric field, conduction through semiconductor is by both free electrons and bounded holes. Bounded hole means those holes created in the covalent bond, right? Okay, so hope you have understood this. Now let me explain the current in intrinsic semiconductor. So now let me explain with the help of diagram. So now you see, suppose this is a semiconductor. Okay, so now you see here it is connected to a battery, suppose. Okay, so let me connect it to a battery. Here is the positive terminal, this shorter one is the negative terminal, right? So this is the battery and this is A, this end is B. So now you see here, so at room temperature, as I have already explained, that few electrons will be jump to conduction band. Those will be free electrons. Okay, those will be available in conduction band. Okay, from they will jump from the valence band to conduction band. Just give me a second. So this free electrons, here you see few electrons will be jump to conduction band, and they leave behind holes like this, right? Hope you have understood this. So here now you see these black dots are suppose free electrons, and holes will be created. Number of holes will be equal to number of free electrons. Now these free electrons will be attracted away from this their atoms. Okay, these free electrons will be attracted away from their atoms, and those will those will flow through this external conductor towards the positive terminal of this battery. Okay, towards the positive terminal of the battery, and from this battery, from the negative terminal, electrons will flow towards the end B, and those electrons coming from this negative terminal, okay, of this battery, coming from the negative terminal, you can say coming from this battery, will recombine with this free holes. Okay, that means, so electrons coming from this B will be attracted by these holes and they will recombine, and then this electron will jump to this hole, then again here hole will be created, then next electron will be attracted by this hole. Similarly, this electron again will be attracted by this hole, then again it will be attracted by this positive terminal by the end, which one is connected to this positive terminal, and that's how this electrons flow of electrons will continue. Okay, that's how current flows through intrinsic semiconductor. But here you see these holes do not flow out of this semiconductor, right? Let me explain. Suppose this is an electron coming from the negative end of the battery, and it will recombine with this suppose hole, then it will be attracted, then this one will be attracted towards the okay, then again it will move to this hole, right? Sorry, let me show you this electron. Here you can see I have drawn in green color. This one will recombine with this hole, then again it will go to this hole, the next electron coming out from here will recombine with this hole, right? This one will go to this hole, and like this will be continue. Okay, so hope you have understood this, right? So here I have already written here, so how the electrons how electric current flows through a semiconductor, right? So hope you have understood this. So take the screenshot or pause the video, note these things, right? And let me tell you one more thing, that intrinsic semiconductor has little current conduction capacity. Okay, so that's why this is not useful in electronic device. Okay, so the intrinsic semiconductor has little current conduction capacity at room temperature. Hence is not useful in electronic devices, right? Hope you have understood this. So to increase the conductivity of semiconductor, we used to add impurities, then that semiconductor will be called extrinsic semiconductor, which is impure, and you're gonna have two types of extrinsic semiconductors, and that we'll be discussing in the next video. So stay connected. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.